You know, the power I have as a prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney.
Jeez.
You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus, all because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later.
What's up, everybody? Hope you guys having a great day today. You're watching On Air with Nick Driver podcast here on YouTube. I drop content daily. All right, guys. So Judge Joe Brown has gone in on Kamala Harris. I have seen him and Kwame Brown talk at times, so I know he's not a supporter of Kamala Harris due to her authoritarian plans and past. So we're going to look at Judge Joe Brown's comments, and we're going to look at some footage that has been spliced together by an amazing channel called Liberal Hive Mind of Kamala Harris actually saying some pretty crazy totalitarian stuff.
It's like her being bused to school and her smoking dope in the dorm listening to Tupac. It's the fabrication.
Yeah, she didn't do that.
You put your finger up in there and see which way the wind's blowing, and that's what you try to do. Actually, her prosecutorial experience was an unmitigated disaster. I just interviewed a woman that was inappropriately caught up in that truancy thing for adults. A 9-year-old girl was caused to have a stroke, became paralyzed, and at 22 is still not fully recovered.
So, Judge, just tell everyone,
spent 8 years.
Just real quick, what everyone said, it was, for example, if you cut school, they were actually pressing charges on parents. That was her idea to stop truancy.
Jeez.
Except in this case, the woman wasn't involved in that. The child was suffering from acute complications from sickle cell disease hospital.
Wow.
But Kamala Harris sicked some press on the woman to wait outside her home while she was expecting assistance, and it turned out to be an arrest. And the girl was caused to have a stroke. You know, this kind of thing is bad, and that's not what a prosecutor is supposed to be, because the prosecutor is supposed to deliver justice, which includes every now and then standing up and saying, Your Honor, in the interest of justice, the state wishes to dismiss these charges. And she never did that because she always played it to the camera.
And Judge, I've watched you. You could talk for hours on this, but just to summarize, the American people have gotten one interview with the vice president. We'll see one debate with the vice president. If she becomes president, says she hasn't forgotten her values. She hasn't changed. If she becomes president, what are her values? What kind of president will she be?
She's a fascist.
Yeah, she is.
You can see strength through joy.
Right.
90 years ago, last month, in Nazi Germany, they came up with a program, Strength Through Joy.
Wow.
And it was exactly the same as the one she's proposing. 90 years ago, same year, they came up with a bureau to suppress misinformation. Waltz and Harris.
Sounds like America.
Have been pushing that. 90 years ago, 19.
You know, the power I have as a prosecutor is that with a swipe of my pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus, all because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later. It's an incredible amount of power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
If you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
we've seen her views on free speech. Her views on free speech are actually so extreme that even Elizabeth Warren didn't want to, jump on the bandwagon with her back during the 2020 Democrat primary debates. Kamala even asked her, will you join me in calling for censorship against the former president? And she said, well, I'm not going to go that far. I just want to beat him democratically.
He and his account should be taken down. We saw in El Paso that shooter in his manifesto was informed by how Donald Trump uses that platform. And this is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
Thank you. Senator Warren, you can respond.
So look, I don't just want to push Donald Trump off Twitter. I want to push him out of the White House. That's our job.
Join me in saying that his Twitter account should be shut down.
No, let's figure out why.
Kamala Harris is a straight up authoritarian, man. She is a straight up wannabe dictator, man. Look at that. Look at that face, man. She is a wannabe dictator, bro. 1,000%. Even Elizabeth Warren in the 2020 Democrat primary thought Kamala Harris was going too far. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. But when you think about it, once Kamala Harris got into the White House with Joe Biden, they started going after social media companies. It's a very dangerous regime here, man. She wants to silence you if you do not agree with her, man. If you don't agree with her, man, she wants you silenced, bro. Very scary times we are living in, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. Yeah, it's crazy to me every time I see politicians or if I see some kind of group that says stuff like that, like unity through strength or, stuff like that, strength through, anytime you see these words that are attached to each other, it's normally some kind of fascist type government official or somebody who is extremely on one side and believes that everyone else is completely and utterly wrong without thinking that, they're actually turning into a dictator type person. So it's all very, some people are just addicted to power, bro. And unfortunately, I think we've got that with Kamala Harris and we have that with a lot of politicians. No matter really what level they're on. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. You watch it On Air with Nick Java podcast. I believe my store actually will be live over the next couple of days. I do have a Nick Driver Red USAI t-shirt. That is going to be my first product that I sell on here since I've been monetized. You guys buy it, check it out if you want. If not, just keep tuning in. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.